What is going on? Beyond the break here with our weekly eBay purchases. As you can see, we have a nice stack of pickups over the last week or so. Buying a lot of variety, I would say. As usual, buying a lot of the Hall of Famers, low number parallels, all that stuff. We'll start shifting our strategy in terms of what sports. Or I would say the last 2 months, been buying heavily into the baseball, bit of basketball here and there, and then non-sports related. I would say now we're shifting a little bit more into football. Draft is on the horizon. I can't believe it, but want to get these cards picked up and graded before the season. And with PSA and their delays, I want to call them, definitely want to start getting these cards to PSA a bit earlier than anticipated. So with that in mind, we are going to start picking up a bit more in football if we can. But a bit of everything, like I mentioned. So we'll go through the first stack here. So what we got, let me just fix my camera there. Topps Finest, just an Eli Manning refractor. Here's an Aaron Donald Blue Obsidian out of 100. Jokic, I like the color match here. Season tickets optic. This is number 299. Ichiro, Topps Finest Blue out of 399. Here's a nice Ray Lewis Bowman's Best. This is out of 499. This is an awesome card. I love this image here. Manny Machado. This is like the Sonar Sonic or something. Purple and yellow, excuse me. From Topps Chrome. Such a cool image though. This is numbered to 299. Damian Lillard, always a sucker for cracked ice. It's the purple cracked ice. From 2018, I want to say. Yep, out of 149. Julio Rodriguez, another slow start to him. Just a refractor, second year Gold Cup. This is just a Disney 100, buying a handful of these. This is the Woody refractor. Another second year Gold Cup for Julio out of 399. And then Jordan. This might be one of my favorite Bowman Chrome years. Really nice shine to these. This is the blue out of 150. All right. Next stacked here, Pokemon, a couple Pokemon pickups. Unfortunately, I thought buying a handful of Pokemon and Disney and all those other cards, Star Wars, I would be able to get them to PSA much cheaper. Unfortunately, PSA has upgraded their pricing on that, so I think I'd be holding off setting those to PSA just yet. But we have Anthony Edwards. Don't know the variation, but this is number 249. Yachty, Topps Finest refractor. Bowman's Best purple. This is Corey Seager. Where's the number here? 250. Another Disney Chrome refractor. Like I mentioned, just love this set here. Topps Chrome, Ronald Acuna Jr. out of 199. Gunner, Topps Chrome. Second year purple speckle. These are numbered to 299. Jordan gold mini diamonds, I believe. Topps Finest out of 50. One of the bigger pickups here. Juan Soto Topps Chrome launched into orbit. This is numbered to 50. Topps Chrome again. Second year Gold Cup Bobby Witt. You guys know I'm trying to collect the variation. This is the green logo fractor out of 99. Tatis pink out of 199. Mahomes silver prism. And then another Manning Eli from Panini Crusade. This is number 299. All right, last stack here. Another Topps Chrome. Bryce Harper out of 399. Cool Salvi Perez older Bowman Chrome out of 150. John Smoltz refractor from 2002 Topps Chrome. And then love this Croc. Absolutely love it. I don't even care if it's graded. I might just keep this in PC. This is the Topps Finance Refractor. What I loved about this too is I don't really see much greening from that. I mean, maybe a little bit in the area, but other than that, real clean. And then there's just a Puka. Got this for fairly cheap. Multicolor, rookie, die cut. So not numbered or anything, but. All right, so we'll go through the stack, go through which ones we deem gradable and which ones aren't, and which ones we'll, try to get to PSA fairly quickly. Okay, so out of 30 cards that we picked up over the last week or so, 19 came back gradable. So that is a win in my mind. Typically we like to be above 50%, and when you buy from consigners like DC Sports, it's kind of a crapshoot at times. Obviously in the pictures you can see centering, but that being said, really happy with this order. So let's just dive into which ones we deem gradable and kind of give you some rundowns on which ones we plan on sending pretty quickly to PSA. Here we got the Puka. Let me just fix my camera. The Puka die cut. This one was clean. I don't know if I will send this just yet. Die cut's really hard to grade, and I'd rather just send it with a discount if we can on a special or whatnot. The Jokic, this looked more of like a 9 range. But with that being said, we'll probably hold off setting that with the season kind of already in the playoffs. Same with the Lillard. This actually looked clean from a 10 side. Typically with these 2018s, you get a little bit of whitening in that one corner. Did not see anything there, so it looked good. Julio refractor, this looked more of a 9, between a 9 and 10. Centering is the only thing that's a bit of an iffy. But other than that, clean. The Machado, this is one we're probably going to send to PSA. Centering was great here, but something we would definitely want to get back mid-baseball season. Same with the Julio out of 399. Both Pikachus clean. The Edwards, similar to the other basketball, we'll probably hold off setting this, but this was clean. Centering, I've watched plenty of videos with the 2024 Prism and know that top to bottom, left to right centering is usually an issue here. I would say it's a little bit thicker on the top here, but other than that, everything else was clean. The refractor, Disney Chrome, centering is a little bit thicker on the left, but other than that, that was clean. Acuna, this is one we'll probably prioritize getting sent to PSA sooner than later. This was clean. Same with the Gunner. Jordan, we want Jordan and the Juan Soto out of 50. Both these probably on the urgent side, as well as these next couple. The Bobby Witt. This one, the only thing about this one was the centering. You can see a little bit thicker on the left. So I don't know if I want to send this just yet because we're going to be sending a lot from the same set. And I think the centering looks better in a lot of these other ones. So with that in mind, I'll probably hold off sending this one. But the Tatis, this was clean out of 199. Centering was perfect on this one. The Eli looked good. And then the Harper out of 399 was clean. So we'll definitely get that to PSA sooner than later. And the Kruk was clean, actually. A little bit of greening, but again, one of those that centering looked actually pretty good. Back a little bit off, but the front, I thought the centering was great. Top to bottom and left to right. Other than that, but I'll probably just keep this one. I don't even know if I want to grade this just yet. It's something that I want to hold on to my PC for a little bit. All right, let's get into it. The non-gradable ones and what we found. Right off the bat, John Smoltz, a little bit thicker on the left and the right, but as usual with the case with these older chromes, just scratches all over. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them on camera, but scratches all over the front, unfortunately. Eli, similar situation, just a bunch of scratches. Centering actually looked pretty good, but you can see a little bit of a chipping up here, and then just some scratch marks across the board there. The Donald, every time I get these Obsidians, I always look at centering just because it's pretty easy to tell on the pictures. But with that being said, you had some whitening on the back here in the corners. Thicker card, so you're always going to run into an issue around that. And then up here, let's see if I can get that on camera. I got some chipping up top here. It's nitpicking, but with PSA and the grading and kind of how I'm approaching my new grading strategy right now, that's something that I definitely don't want to send to PSA The Woody scratch is on the back and centering. Ichiro. This looked good from a centering standpoint from what I can tell. You have some scratch marks up top there, and then unfortunately the back, just similar situation, just some chipping up top. So we'll not be sending out the PSA. Ray Lewis, this was the one that, this one was a little weird. This is like some glitter up top here, and I think it's just like chipping off. You can see kind of in this corner up here. Everything else was clean other than that. Like the back actually looked really good. I mean, you can see the back, it's pretty clean. But so I'd assume that would probably get like an 8 or a 7 based off all this chipping on the top. So I probably will not send that. The Jordan, unfortunately, it just had a lot of scratches too. I don't know what some of these, you know, surprise here, the newer cards. I mean, it's 2022. Same with the Yachty refractor, just a lot of scratch marks on the front. So we'll not be saying that. The PSA. Same here. Yeah, wow. I'm drawing a blank on some of these, but this definitely had a lot of scratches too. And then the Mahomes. So I didn't like how this all looked up here. So, you know, you definitely gotta look at the edges a little bit closer. That looked a little bit off. A little bit more in the back. You can see like a little bit of whitening, like just the edging didn't look good on this card. So for a silver, and you can see a little bit of whitening actually on the bottom here. For a silver, I don't want to send this. It's probably more of a 9. Might be picky, but again, I'm gonna be like that for at least for the next go around, a few go arounds with PSA. And then unfortunately, just some corner wear there. You can see lifting up a bit there. So for the Salvi. But like I said, only 11 cards we deem not gradable. So hey, we'll take it. Especially again, like I mentioned a couple of times already, I'm going to be strict in what I'm saying to PSA. Not just strictly from, I would say, from a condition standpoint, I'm definitely gonna be strict there, but also from a margin standpoint, I'm definitely getting a little bit tighter on my margins. I'm learning that some of these cards that I've been saying to PSA, even in a 10, might not be worth it. And then especially in the 9, you're definitely losing money for a lot of these. And, you know, that being said, you know, I definitely taking a little bit harder look on what I'm buying from a raw standpoint, being a little bit stricter, lower number cards, buying a little bit more gold, rookie, second-year cards. I'm learning as I go. I've been doing this for now almost a year. I would say a little over a year. I've been doing this now, and I've learned so much. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned has been what you're buying from a raw card standpoint at that price point really matters. I mean, even down to the last couple bucks, because of grading. Now that grading is going up, you know, they're not doing many specials. They're being a little bit stricter from a 9 to a 10 range. Definitely need to be a little bit more on the cautious end for what we're saying to PSA. So enough of that spiel. That's kind of my ideas right now and what I'm doing. That being said, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And always leave comments in the comment section. Love interacting with you all. Till next time, peace.